Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hot Wheels Racing Tournament number 21. And let's get to it. Alright, to start things off, we have Race Bay 308 versus Honda Racer. Whoa! And Honda Racer will take the win. Next up is Quick and Sick versus Time Tracker. And the winner is going to be Quick and Sick with the block. Next up is Track Tune versus S5D. And the winner is going to be S5D. Next up is Tarmac Attack versus Turbot. And the winner is going to be... Oh, what a race! But it's Tarmac Attack for the win. Next up is Twin Induction versus Runway Rescue. And the winner is going to be, oh, what a land by Runway Rescue, and he takes the win. Next up is Gold DOR3 versus Fast Forward WD. And the winner is going to be Fast Forward WD. Next up is Screamliner versus Epic Fast. And the winner is going to be Epic Fast. Next up is Torque Twister versus Red DOR3. And the winner is going to be Torque Twister. Next up is Gray Bone Shaker versus 1957 Chevy. And the winner is going to be Gray Bone Shaker. Next up is Street Creeper versus Chevrolet 38. And the winner is going to be Street Creeper. Next up is Bone Speeder versus Z-Rod. And the winner is going to be Bone Speeder. Next up is Mario versus Cyber Speeder. And the winner is going to be Cyber Speeder. Next up is Speedy Perez versus Circle Trucker. And the winner is going to be Speedy Perez. Next up is Orange Bone Shaker versus Speedbox. Oh, and the winner is going to be Orange Bone Shaker with a comeback. Next up is Red Carbonic versus Ball Stick. And the winner is going to be Ball Stick. Next up is Blue Bone Shaker versus Aston Martin 1963 DB5. And the winner is going to be Blue Bone Shaker. Next up is Neat Streeter versus Eruption. And the winner is going to be Neat Streeter. Next up is Spoiler Sports versus 1971 El Camino. And the winner is going to be 1971 El Camino. Next up is Dodge Challenger Drift Car versus Prototype H24. And the winner is going to be Prototype H24. Next up is Red Bone Shaker versus 1968 Dodge Dart. Whoa! And the winner is going to be Red Bone Shaker. Wow. Next up is 31 Doozy versus MR11. And the winner is going to be 31 Doozy. Next up is Twin Mill 3 versus Rocket Box. And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. Next up is Highway Patrol versus Scorcher. And the winner is going to be Scorcher. Next up is Lamborghini Arca versus D5S. And the winner is going to be D5S. Next up is Street Shaker versus 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. And the winner is going to be Street Shaker. Next up is Pizza Delivery versus Land Crusher. And the winner is going to be Land Crusher. Next up is Muscle Tone versus Carbide. And the winner is going to be Muscle Tone. Next up is Orange Carbonic versus Winning Formula. And the winner is going to be Orange Carbonic. Next up is Howlin' Heat versus Perfect Speed. And the winner is going to be Howlin' Heat. Next up is Godzilla GT versus Heavy Chevy. And the winner is going to be Godzilla GT. Next up is 24 Oars versus GT Hunter. And the winner is going to be, what a race! And it's going to be 24 Oars. And the final race of round number 1 is going to be the previous champion, 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor, he'll be taking on 1972 Ford Ranchero. And it's going to be, 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor crashed. That almost cost him. But that doesn't matter. 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor takes the win. Alright guys, here we are, round 2. We're going to kick things off with Honda Racer and Quick and Sick. And the winner is going to be Honda Racer. Wow. Next up is S5D versus Tarmac Attack. And the winner is going to be S5D. Next up is Runway Rescue versus Fast 4 WD. And the winner is going to be Fast 4 WD. Wow. Next up is Epic Fast versus Torque Twister. And the winner is going to be Epic Fast. Next up is Gray Bone Shaker versus Street Creeper. Oh, what a crazy race, but is Gray Bone Shaker for the win. Next up is Bone Speeder versus Cyber Speeder. And the winner is going to be Bone Speeder. Next up is Speedy Perez versus Orange Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Speedy Perez. Next up is Ball Stick versus Blue Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be... Ball Stick crashed. That's going to cost him. Blue Bone Shaker takes the win. Next up is Neat Streeter versus 1971 El Camino. And the winner is going to be Neat Streeter. Next up is Prototype H24 versus Red Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Prototype H24. Next up is 31 Doozy versus Twin Mill 3. And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. Next up is Scorcher versus D5S. And the winner is going to be, D5S Crash. That's going to cost him. Scorcher takes the win. Next up is Street Shaker versus Land Crusher. Street Shaker blocks him, and then he crashed. And that will give the win to Street Shaker for the win. Next up is Muscle Tone versus Orange Carbonic. And the winner is going to be Muscle Tone. Next up is Howlin' Heat versus Godzilla GT. And the winner is going to be, what a race! But just barely, it's Howlin' Heat for the win. And the final race of round number 2 is going to be 24 Oars versus 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And the winner is going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Alright guys, here we are, round 3. We're going to kick things off with Honda Racer and S5D. And the winner is going to be Honda Racer. Next up is Fast 4 WD versus Epic Fast. What a race! Alright, I'm going to go for the side angle. But as you guys can already tell, the winner is Fast 4 WD. Wow. Next up is Gray Bone Shaker versus Bone Speeder. And the winner is going to be Gray Bone Shaker. Wow. Next up is Speedy Perez versus Blue Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Blue Bone Shaker. Next up is Neat Streeter versus Prototype H24. And the winner is going to be Neat Streeter. Wow. Next up is Twin Mill 3 versus Scorcher. And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. Next up is Street Shaker versus Muscle Tone. And the winner is going to be Street Shaker. And the final race of round number 3 is going to be Howlin' Heat and 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And the winner is going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Alright guys, here we are with the quarterfinals. We're going to kick things off with Honda Racer and Fast 4 WD. And the winner is going to be Honda Racer. Next up is the Battle of the Bone Shakers, Gray versus Blue. And the winner is going to be Gray Bone Shaker with a blast of speed. Wow. Next up is Neat Streeter versus Twin Mill 3. And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. And the final race of the quarterfinals is going to be Street Shaker versus 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And the winner is going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Alright guys, here we are with the semifinals. We have Honda Racer, Gray Bone Shaker, Twin Mill 3, and 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And so we're going to kick things off with Honda Racer and Gray Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Gray Bone Shaker with a block. Who will meet Gray Bone Shaker in the finals? Will it be Twin Mill 3 or 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor? And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. Alright guys, here we are with the finals. We have Gray Bone Shaker, who has never won a championship, and Twin Mill 3, who has never won a championship. And this is the second time Twin Mill 3 has versed a Bone Shaker in the finals. And who's going to win it? We'll find out now. You know, this is actually going to be a pretty good race, not going to lie. Alright, so the winner of Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 21 is going to be none other than Gray Bone Shaker! He has done it! He has won his first championship. He worked so hard to make it all the way to the finals, and he did. Twin Mill 3, you were really close. You made it to the finals 3 times, but you never won. But you are really close. Twin Mill 3 was really close, but he will soon get a championship one day. And congratulations to Gray Bone Shaker for winning his first championship. And I'll see you guys in Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 22. See you guys next time. Bye.